Hi everybody, this is Mike Gerdes from the Greater Philadelphia Center for Spiritual Living with Wonder Dog Yoga, bringing you another love note. There was a guy by the name of Reinhold Niebuhr that came up with a prayer that's oftentimes paraphrased that says, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. It's referred to as a serenity prayer. And his actual prayer goes on more than that, but that's the key part that people seem to resonate with and remember and memorize. You know, and it's a nice thing to say, but it's not necessarily that easy to do, is it? I mean, let's think about it. Let's say, for example, that somebody that you've been in relationship with or somebody that's been important to you for some time all of a sudden is, let's say, for example, they were working somewhere that you really enjoyed them being there, that they did a really good job working for you, for the organization, and now all of a sudden they're gone. And there's a part of me that wonders, no, stop this. You can't be gone. And of course, oftentimes in personnel matters, you never know what's going on. So what are you going to do? Well, all I can do is accept what is. I mean, I could stomp and pout and write letters and send off emails and text people. But you know what? It really doesn't matter. What does matter is that I remember that the person that is no longer in the role they were in is still a wonderful individual. And I could wish them well on whatever they're going to be doing in the future. And I know that the organization or the company or the organization agency that I've been dealing with, that good will come for them too. It's just sad sometimes for change to happen. I mean, we say we want change, but the truth is oftentimes we don't want change. But change is a constant, isn't it? People come, people go. People come, people go. One of my mentors, and actually the godfather, and the person who christened my two children was Dr. Tom Costa. And Dr. Tom said, Michael, nobody comes into your life to stay. Nobody comes into your life to stay. And so whether it may be a family member that jumps off the planet, or a divorce happens, or people move across the ocean or across somewhere else, nobody comes into our life to stay. People that we've been working with, somebody's going to leave sometime. People that have been working for companies that we've been dealing with or organizations we've been part of, somebody's going to leave sometime. So I guess what we get to do is accept that things change, accept that things happen, and why they happen, we didn't really have anything to do with. And we have to recognize that's okay. Now you can say, well, if you didn't have anything to do with it, how is it in your consciousness? Well, what's in my consciousness is how I respond to what's happening. I can't be responsible for other people's consciousness that has nothing to do with me particularly. They have their own path. They have their own right relationship with God and with one another. And they need to do what Spirit tells them to do. So the message today is acceptance. If we recognize that there are no mistakes in this world, that everything happens by some kind of divine design for the greater good to come forth, we can accept what is. Not to say we don't whine about it. Whining is acceptable. But we have to reach a point where it's okay for us to recognize it's okay, and that people come, people go to the right and perfect place in a perfect situation, and all is right in the end. There was that movie called The Marigold Hotel. I'm sorry, that's not quite right term. But the point of it is, this movie said, everything turns out all right in the end. And if it's not all right, it's not the end. It's pretty much the way it is here. So at this time, I'd have to say, this is all right, because this is the end. Bye-bye.